Shabbat Shalom. For millennia, cultures, religions, empires have all shared one aspect in common: the art of storytelling. Sharing stories has been one of the greatest blessings that God has granted human beings. As life coach Anne McCown teaches, quote, "Storytelling cultivates empathy and understanding. As we listen to others, to the experience of others, we gain insight into different cultures, beliefs, ideas, and emotions. We learn to appreciate the complexities of the human condition and recognize our shared humanity. Through stories, we become more compassionate and open-minded individuals, capable of seeing the world through a broader lens." Now, stories are not just a form of entertainment. They are how we create bridges, how we teach what matters to us most, how we pass down our wisdom to the next generation. Stories are what make learning stick. We know this instinctively. Stories that our parents, our grandparents, our teachers, our friends have shared with us, they create lifelong memories that we cherish. And stories come in all shapes and sizes. One of the most popular forms of sharing a story is through song. Think about how easy it is to remember song lyrics. A song that you have not heard in years or decades comes on your Apple Music or Spotify playlist, and all of a sudden you're sent back in time, and you remember all of those lyrics exactly. It's unbelievable. Neuroscientists explain the reason why. They say that melody and rhythm and rhyme, they act like scaffolding for our memory, helping us hold on to words more securely. This is exactly why Moses, our greatest teacher, on his last day on earth, chooses to share one final story with all of the Israelites through the art of storytelling through poem and song. Moses opens up our parasha, Ha'azinu, the second to last parsha in the entire Torah, by uttering the words, Ha'azinu Hashemayim, "Give ear, O heavens. Let me speak, let the earth hear the words that I utter." Moses is asking the heavens and the earth to open up its ears, to listen to the story, the song that he is about to share. And last week, if we can remember before Yom Kippur, Moses asked us not to just listen to the song and to the poem, but to, quote, to write down this song and teach it to the people of Israel. And within this final song, Moses charges the Israelites to, quote, remember the days of old, consider the years of ages past, ask your parents who will inform you, your elders who will tell you. Rashi, one of our greatest rabbinic minds, teaches us that recalling our history, the history of the Jewish people, the history of the humankind, sharing it with the next generation, it awakens the possibility of redemption. Sharing our stories, learning from our past, it has the ability to unlock a brighter future. Sforno, one of my favorite commentators, a 16th century Italian commentator, he adds the words, Zechor Yamot Olam, remember the days of old. They encourage us to study history. Now, I was a history major in college, so I really love studying history. But he says that we should study history to recognize both the positive and the negative moments of our history. Every single story that we share from our past contains lessons to teach the next generation how to live in an even better world than the one that we are currently living in. And then the Siftei Chachamim, who's a 17th century super commentary on Rashi, he points out that the word for elders, zakein, is an acronym for Zeh Shekaneh Chokhmah, the one who has acquired wisdom. Those who have been blessed with being on this earth for centuries, they contain multitudes of knowledge and wisdom that should be shared with the entire world. Moses and our commentators are clear. Our stories will not survive unless they are remembered, unless they are spoken, unless they are shared. Silence, not sharing our stories, they only lead to the loss of wisdom. And modern science confirms how vital storytelling is for individuals, for families, and for entire communities. Sharing stories and memories is not just a gift to those listening, but it's a gift to the storyteller as well. Those who have acquired wisdom, the elders of our community, they're able to affirm their life stories, to gain dignity, and to find new meaning in their lives. The listener takes those stories with them, learning resilience and character. Storytelling is not just a one-way transfer. Rather, it is a sacred exchange between human beings and across generations. Now, those who study history tend to focus on the major events, wars, economic crises, through the macro lens. But when we share our individual stories that take place in those moments of history, those stories reveal so much more. Science teaches us that there are 5 major benefits when we share a story. Number 1, they strengthen bonds across generations. Number 2, preserving cultural and family traditions, holiday customs, and values. They live through the stories that we pass down. Fostering empathy, listening lets us see through another's eye. Providing mentorship, stories become blueprints for navigating life's many challenges. Lastly, boosting cognitive and emotional health. Storytelling can sharpen our memory and improve our emotional and mental health. Every one of us here or watching on the live stream, no matter our age, our life experience carries stories that make us who we are. Stories that add beauty to this world. And as Moses shouts to the heavens, Ha'azinu, give ear, listen. Our stories and memories, they only live on to the next generation if we share them, if we write them down, if we tell them, if we preserve them. So this is why I created my podcast, Jewish Journeys, a podcast that I first started back in Los Angeles when I was the rabbi at Hamakom. You can find the episodes both on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts if you're interested in learning about some Jewish community members over in Los Angeles. And it's a safe space to preserve and to share our personal Jewish and our life stories with the entire world. Just as Moses shared his story with the Israelites and the world, and he had them preserve it in the Torah for thousands and thousands of generations, so that we may continue to learn from our past, so too can we share and preserve our personal stories. Through this act, we are building a brighter future, strengthening the bonds, teaching resilience, and reminding others that they are not alone. So I want to ask you, all of you here tonight, or watching live or a replay years from now, even if YouTube still exists, to be a guest on my podcast, to sit down with me in my office, or to go on Zoom with me for an hour, just an hour out of the day. We can have coffee or tea or something stronger if you want, and record your story. Share it with our community and the entire world. By doing this, all of us can fulfill Moses' final charge to remember, to ask, to tell, and to listen. Shabbat Shalom.